Hello, gorgeous, beautiful stars! Paris Star Channel here with a new and possibly exciting episode. And just you wait, because today we're starting a very unique episode, a battle between extremely exciting launches that happened by the beginning of 2022. Skincare foundation launches. So we're going to compare the most famous skincare foundation, which is going to be Numéro 1 de Chanel, with NARS light reflecting foundation and Charlotte Tilbury beautiful skin foundation. All of them, they claim to be a skincare infused, active ingredients infused foundations. So yeah, let the fight begin. Let's compare them all together. Just a little disclaimer before we're gonna start the episode. Whatever I'm going to say right now about this foundation is my own personal opinion based on my experience, based on, using the foundations. Opinions are not facts, and whatever I'm going to tell, this is not meant to discriminate the brands or the products that the brands are making. So with that being said, let's start a new and exciting episode, comparison of a skincare foundations. Let's go. Righty, so we are back, and as you can see, I'm already ready to apply the foundations, because how can I compare the foundations if I'm not gonna apply it to my face? So yeah, we're gonna start with this. My skin today, for the sake of this video, has not been moisturized. There's absolutely nothing on my face, because it is very important doing comparisons to see how it looks like on your bare skin. The look of the foundation can be altered, and it depends what are you going to layer underneath as a primer. So that's why I decided not to layer anything on my face and just go with the flow and see how it looks like with a face absolutely, with my skin absolutely naked. So yeah, let's go with that. And the first foundation that I am going to use is Numéro 1 de Chanel. Okay, we're going to use this foundation as a first one, and I am going to put this right over here. A little bit of a pump. This is enough. And I am not going to use any tool today, just some hands, because, well, basically what we are doing right now is we're having a little bit of a makeup fun, when doing this comparison. My shade with Chanel Numéro 1 is BD10, okay? These foundations are alcohol free, so I am not scared to put them under my eyes. Beautiful. And I think this is more than enough, and this is how it looks like. Okay, so this is Chanel, and now it's time to jump to another foundation that is going to compete in today's episode, and that is going to be NARS light reflecting foundation in the shade L2, which is Mont Blanc. Okay, the foundation is shook. Let's do it. There you go. And we're going to use it. We're going to use hands and apply it while using hands. Okay? Another foundation that doesn't have alcohol in ingredients, so it's absolutely safe to use it under eyes. A little bit more. Wonderful. Okay, we don't need more. And then the last foundation that is going to compete today, it's going to be a Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. And this foundation is in the shade 2N, 2 Neutral. And we are going to put this on my forehead. So the consistency of Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation is definitely different in comparison with the Chanel and NARS. This is much more creamy, much more balmy, and you can feel it instantly. You can feel like it's kind of, I don't know, should I say richer in ingredients. It's just like the other two, there are like a really serum foundations. Well, this one is rather more like cream foundation that goes towards more the, for example, IT Cosmetics, the CC cream. So yeah, there you have it. The foundations are applied, and let me just get closer to show you how it does look like from the beginning, okay? Here you are looking at Chanel numéro 1. Here you are looking at NARS Light Reflecting. And here you are looking at the Charlotte Tilbury. All of these three foundations, as I said before, has been put on the skin, that it hasn't been prepped or primed, and this is how it looks like on my skin. Because, well, I'm watching some other YouTube channels, and people are saying, for example, that the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation is extremely glowy, like oily glowy. As you can see, they're all radiant, but they are not super glowy. So it is very important, in my personal opinion, what are you layering underneath, so that you have the outcome and how it looks like after application. So yeah, okay, but first let's start the subject: skin care foundations. What does it mean, a skin care foundation? What does it do? So this is my own personal opinion. You can agree with me, you don't have to agree with me, we can discuss about it, you know, welcome to social media, everything is possible. So I'm over 40 years old. I have a mature skin, normal to dry, with dry patches like in here. So when I do this, usually when my skin is dry, you can definitely see some fine lines and wrinkles. I definitely have some sun damage on my face as well. So when I'm looking for a foundation, I rather looking for the foundation that is going to be self-setting, but kind of moisturizing and not non-drying. And these foundations, oh my, these foundations, they definitely made an exciting launch for me personally, because these are type of foundations that I'm personally looking for. That's why I'm comparing them today. Okay guys, I switched off the light because, well, since we're doing the test, look at this. This is how it looks with light. And this is how it looks without light. I think it looks much more natural, and the test is going to be much more accurate. So this is how we're gonna go from now on, continuing with today's episodes and with today's test. So right now let's talk about the skin care foundation. What is a skin caring foundation? So for me personally, a skin caring foundation is a foundation that has like lots of naturally derived ingredients. That's the first thing. Then it's a foundation that is trying to have as many active ingredients as possible, and it is a foundation that is trying to have as least as possible ingredients that might be damaging to your skin, that might cause some damage. For example, alcohol, for example, parabens, for example, silicones, For example, phenoxyethanol, that is very controversial, and all of these other ingredients. They putting this aside, exchanging them for active ingredients, naturally derived ingredients, so that the foundation is skin caring, skin protecting. Basically, it protects your skin from all the junky ingredients, and thus this is how the new foundations are being introduced to the market. I guess the skin caring foundations are not very unknown to the market. I suppose the first skin caring foundation has been introduced ages ago by IT Cosmetics, the CC cream. Although it was a CC cream, still it had a very good coverage, and it was packed, and it still is packed with so many active ingredients, like niacinamide. By that time people even knew that they need niacinamide in their lives, while the IT Cosmetic has already, introduced their CC cream with lots of these active ingredients. And then the idea kind of evolved, because people, I think the BB creams, beauty balms, and CC creams, color correcting products, has kind of put them aside, and they went still towards the foundations. So brands started to probably develop a mixture of a makeup foundation with a skincare, putting them all together, and there we have it, these kind of gorgeous products, okay, in the form of Numero 1 de Chanel, NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, and Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. So it's time to start now the comparison, and first thing what we're going to do, we're going to compare the price, because this is very important. So the winner when it comes to price, it comes to Beautiful Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. This foundation, 30 milliliters, you will have to pay 40 euros. So for me, 3 points goes to, I'm gonna actually note it down here on a piece of paper, to Charlotte Tilbury. Then second place are going to be taken by NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This foundation is going to cost you 48 euros for classic 30 milliliter of the foundation. So 2 points, and the second place in this category goes to NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. And on the last place, it's going to be Chanel Numero 1, a luxurious brand, a luxurious foundation, and you will have to pay for 30 milliliters of product for Chanel, on their Chanel, for example, a website, 70 euros. So as you can see, when it comes to price, the difference is definitely significant. 1 point goes to Chanel. Second category. The second category is the shade category, okay? So here we are. The number one in this category, and 3 points goes to NARS. NARS is proposing 36 shades. For me personally, it's a huge shade range, and my shade range, Light 2 Mont Blanc, I think it's my perfect shade. It's right over here. It melts perfectly with everything, and I absolutely love that shade. If you're a fair type of a person, I think that the Mont Blanc might be actually your shade. So in this category, 3 points goes to NARS. Second place when it comes to shades goes to Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury has 30 shades in the Beautiful Skin Foundation. So 2 points goes in here, but at the same time, I'm struggling, okay? This is too neutral. Just right before too neutral is one neutral, and there's nothing else. And 1 neutral is, for me, it's very yellowish. 2 neutral, it's not actually neutral, it goes rather more towards warm tone because it's yellowish as well. And I don't know if you can tell, this is not my shade. I can make it work out, but the 2 neutral is almost already too dark for me, you know, which it's a big shade range, but still I struggle to find my shade, and I find that there's a lot of dark shades, but there are not many light shades. For me, ideally would be probably a mixture of 1 neutral with 3 cool, which 1 neutral is a warm tone and 3 cool is a cool, so it would be a perfect blend between warm tone and cool, creating 1.5 N. If that makes sense, 1.5 N would be a perfect blend of 1 neutral and 3 cool, and probably that would be my shade, because 2 neutral, this is not my shade. Still, nonetheless, 2 points goes to Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin. And 1 point when it comes to shade range goes to Chanel, because Chanel proposes in her numéro 1 de Chanel 20 shades. Nonetheless, this is the BD10, and I think it looks quite okay, you know. If I would have to compare the shades of NARS, Chanel and Charlotte Tilbury, I would say that for my fair skin, I'm closest to Mont Blanc from NARS. Then the second place would take the Chanel, and then the last place would take this yellow neutral shades number 2 from Charlotte Tilbury. But since they're selling 20 shades from Chanel, this is the third place, and 1 point goes to Chanel. Another category is going to be the ingredients, and my oh my, this is really something that is very interesting, because every foundation has different ingredients list and it proposes a different approach. So, and this is something that I'm struggling. On the NARS website and on Chanel website, you can find the details in percentage, how many naturally derived ingredients you have in here, and how many in percentage you have the active ingredients. While on Charlotte Tilbury website, you have tons of percentage, how it acts on your skin. The results: 166% skin looks like that. Something percent skin does this. Another percentage skin does like that. But there are no information how many in percentage there is naturally derived ingredients in here, and how many in percentage active ingredients are in here. So you can find in percentages lots of information that are absolutely irrelevant and you can't find information that for me personally are very important. But when it comes to ingredients to Charlotte Tilbury, I guess this is the winner. Let me tell you quickly what kind of ingredients you can find in Charlotte Tilbury foundation. Alright, so when it comes to ingredients with Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation, here it's very rich in active ingredients. So, first thing, hyaluronic acid, which basically is giving you a massive moisture to your skin. Another thing is the Bix Active, that is helping you to decrease the appearance of oiliness and visibly reduce the look of shine and pores. I think you would have to use this foundation regularly to see this ingredient actually to work on your skin. Another thing that is very important is the rose complex, that it targets all signs of stress in the skin, including dulliness, dryness, pigmentation and dark circles, and makes your skin looks brighter, smoother, hydrated and more youthful. Then Hyaluro Smooth, a very unique ingredient to this foundation. It's supposed to targets an uneven texture, dryness and dullness, and locks in moisture for a fresher, plumper, smoother and even looking skin tone. Another thing, coconut extract improves skin ability to hold water by helping strengthen the skin barrier over time for plumper, younger looking skin. Another very important ingredient is CT Defense. Reading on the website, we read that it prevents pollutant particles from penetrating the skin and straightens the skin barrier to improve skin quality over time for more healthy looking skin. So basically this foundation is packed with lots of active ingredients, but we don't know how many in percentage. We have naturally derived ingredients, and we don't know how many in percentage we have the skincare ingredients. Nonetheless, this is the richest foundation packed with actives. So despite the fact that I don't know in percentage how many these ingredients are in here, I'm going to give 3 points to Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. Another foundation that is absolutely very interesting with ingredients is Numéro 1 de Chanel. And basically what it does is that Chanel is claiming that it's having 97% naturally derived ingredients. It's insane. 97% naturally derived ingredients with 76% of skin care ingredients, active ingredients. And then if we would go on the website, we would read that the core ingredients of Numéro 1 de Chanel is the red camellia flower. Over 76% of skincare active ingredients, red camellia. And what basically is a red camellia? When you read it here on the website, you can see that it is a #1 anti-aging ingredient that's supposed to give you a youthful look, that's supposed to take care of your skin. It is extremely revitalizing. So for me, because of the 97% naturally derived ingredients and 76% in active ingredients, this goes to #2 in this category as an ingredient list, and it gets Chanel 2 points from me. On the other hand, NARS. NARS makes a completely different approach. Let me explain. So if you would go on the NARS website, you would read that the claims, when it comes to ingredients, it has 81% naturally derived ingredients and 70% skin care ingredients. What are those ingredients? NARS makes a completely different approach. It makes rather more a protective foundation instead of skin caring foundation, but a foundation that protects your skin, takes care about your skin. So it is kind of a skincare foundation as well. What I am trying to say, the base ingredients are here. Biometric oats, which visibly improves clarity by reducing the appearance of red nails while helping to soothe and calm the look of skin. Second ingredient, very important, is Japanese lily turf. Immediately strengthens the skin barrier, helping to maintain its moisture. And then we have cacao peptides and milk thistle that helps to reduce negative effects of blue light and other environmental stressors. So basically NARS approach is, instead of packing tons of active ingredients in here, it proposes a foundation that this very protective foundation, thus skin caring. It creates a wall and protects your skin from the damage that comes from the environmental stressors. And very interesting approach from NARS. And it is the third place in this category, and NARS gets 1 point. Okay, another thing that we're going to talk about is going to be the coverage. And this is something that is very interesting because I am a person that does not like full coverage. I like the coverage that is being presented by models in Paris Fashion Week, you know, on the red carpet or anywhere else, which is light to medium, natural, skin looking, foundation. So, for me, personally, the best in this category is Chanel numéro 1. And let me approach. This is how Chanel looks like. Basically, it looks like second skin. There is, people can approach to you and look at you and they say, like, you know, you have that kind of a je ne sais quoi moment. People don't know if you're wearing makeup or not if you wear this Chanel numéro 1, and this is something that I love. It is a very interesting foundation. It can even be put under your eyes. No alcohol in here whatsoever. It is gorgeous. This is the coverage that I am looking for, light to medium, but it goes rather towards more lighter coverage than medium coverage. So for me, Chanel gets 3 points. Then the coverage that I enjoy a lot goes from NARS. This is medium coverage right away, without the necessity of building it up, caking it up, and making it look super extra makeupy. Now don't misunderstand me, this will look a little bit makeupy because it goes rather more towards the foundation makeup than the skin care serum, you know? Nonetheless, it looks really very pretty. It is extremely light to your skin, and it's giving you a radiant look, but not like oily radiant. For me personally, it's a spot on. If I want more coverage, I kind of put Chanel on the side and I take NARS, because when it comes to consistency, their consistency is very similar, liquidy and extremely light to your skin, and the effect is instant. So for me, 2 points goes to NARS. And then in the middle you have the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin, which means it is light to medium coverage, but the coverage is higher from Chanel number 1, but lesser from the NARS light reflecting. So, you know, if you would, you have these ones, light coverage, medium coverage, and light medium coverage right here, and this is how it looks like. Very pretty. So for me, basically the 1 point and the last place in this category for Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin is because you can build it up, but the more you build it up, the more it looks makeupy and it doesn't look very good. If you're gonna apply Chanel numero 1, it looks like skin. If you're going to apply NARS, it looks like skin. If you're going to overdose this one, for me, based on my personal experience, and this is my personal opinion, it will not look as good as these two ones. On top of that, it's a very kind of like thick, creamy consistency, completely different in comparison with the super light liquidy foundations. So 1 point goes to Charlotte Tilbury. Another thing that is very important is the longevity and transfer. I had a chance to test these foundations and to put them under an extreme test of 15 hours of testing. Yes, because basically when I wake up in the morning, get ready for work, I leave home and then I come back after 15 hours. So I have a lovely busy life, but then, you know, it's busy. So I had a chance to give these foundations an extreme test. And first place and 3 points goes to NARS. This is the best foundation that has an extremely long longevity, and it does transfer, like all of them will transfer, but in a minimalistic way. What I'm trying to say, if you were living in a country or in a place where you have to wear a face mask, it will definitely wear off from the nose in here and from elastics in here, but then it will stay put. You are not forced to set this foundation with extremely heavy duty setting powders or setting sprays. The foundation will set on its own without making your skin super dry, and it will stay put which is really very good. So the 3 points when it comes to longevity goes to NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. Second place and 2 points goes to Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. This is the foundation that still will transfer, but when it transfers and when it wears off beautifully. It doesn't leave you some kind of empty patches when there is nothing on your face. It will wear off gradually, and it still after 15 hours looks very nice. Nonetheless, the transfer is here and the longevity is certainly decreased, so it is a second place and 2 points goes to Charlotte Tilbury. And the last place goes to Chanel Numero 1. But you have to understand that still after wearing off, this doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like the makeup you want to wipe off or clean your face instantly. After 15 hours, despite the fact that your foundation is wearing off, it's still looking very nice. Nonetheless, the longevity is definitely decreased in here, and the transfer is quite significant in here. You can definitely see it on your face mask. It will wear off in here and in here, and to make it last longer, you definitely have to use, in this situation, setting powder or the setting spray. And in my opinion, the best setting spray that locks the foundation would be the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is just the #1 for me setting spray. So 1 point goes to Chanel. And the last thing that I would like to talk about would be the oxidation. Are we excited about checking the oxidation? First, let me take Chanel Numero 1 once again and put it on my face. I think this is more than enough. Let's just put it in here. Foundation basically disappears with my skin. So for me, the oxidation, if it does exist, it is minimalistic. Minimalistic, which means the foundation shade you buy, the foundation shade you get. It will not surprise you or change the shade while application or while using it. As you can see, it melts with the previous layer that has been put in here. When it comes to NARS, let me show you NARS, okay? As you can see, NARS is melting with your skin as well, and it's disappearing. So for me personally, when it comes to oxidation from NARS, there is no oxidation with this foundation. Huge bravo to NARS. The foundation you're gonna buy, the foundation you're gonna get, it's not going to surprise you. And then the third one, which would be Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury is known for their foundation oxidizing. Let me give you a comparison. As you can see, it melts with your skin as well instantly, and in my opinion it does not really oxidize like at all. So huge bravos to all of these 3 foundations, because in my opinion the oxidation does not exist within these 3 and exciting launches. So what I am going to do, I'm going to put them in ex aequo on the first place, so all of them, they're going to get 3 points from me. Alright, So now we've talked about all these most important categories in these foundations. Now it's time to summarize the points and announce the winner. Who is it going to be? Have you been actually counting my points? Let's go and see it for ourselves. And the results are in. My oh my, this is exciting episodes. Guys, there is no third place. Let me explain. Second place and 11 points goes to Chanel. Chanel scored 11 points in these categories. Wonderful. Well, congratulations to Chanel, because, well, it's a very good foundation. You can't go wrong with this foundation. So it's time to announce the winners, and these are two winners scoring the same amount of points, 14 points. So you can see the difference between 14 points and 11 points. It's not a lot. So these winners, they go to NARS Radiant and light reflecting foundation and the beautiful Charlotte Tilbury beautiful skin foundation. They have both score 14 points. Congratulations to all of them. And then the most interesting question would be, which is my foundation by heart? Because obviously when I was trying to compare them, I was trying to adapt to other people's needs and, you know, give points towards these kind of categories which might be much more suitable for other people's needs. But then, which foundation basically stole my heart? What do you think? Which one stole my heart? I'm going to tell you this right away. The most expensive one, of course. For me, the foundation that stole my heart is the Chanel Numero 1. That gives me gorgeous light coverage, and it's just... Let me get closer once again. This is Chanel. Gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful light coverage, evens out my skin tone, gives me exactly that type of a look and coverage and makeup that I'm looking for. This is NARS, that it gives an instant medium coverage with a lightweight formula, and this is again a reminder of Charlotte Tilbury. So to summarize it all, my final thoughts would be, if I would like to have an everyday use, Chanel is my number one. Well, it is a numero un after all. Chanel is my numero un. It's my number one for everyday use, light coverage, beautiful skin looking makeup. If I want something more heavy duty, if I want something that looks more like a coverage, you know, I'm using NARS, the light reflecting foundation. And then I'm going to tell you and be absolutely honest with you that Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation is an amazing foundation that I am using less frequently. These foundations, Chanel and NARS, these are on my daily basis. This foundation is the one that I'm you know, using from time to time. Nonetheless, this is something extremely important. Paris Star Channel gives a green light to all of these foundations because they are an incredible product. And I deeply encourage you to try any of them, you know, based on your own personal needs. You should not be disappointed. Here are actually photos taken while wearing makeup and wearing all of these three foundations. As you can see, you can't go wrong with these foundations. They are absolutely amazing, great looking, and the makeup looks absolutely amazing as well. So it only depends on your own personal need. What are you looking in the foundation? What is the most important thing in you? Is it price? Is it shade? Is it like the shade range? Is it the ingredients? Do you pay attention to ingredients? Is it the coverage? Is it the oxidation? Or is it the longevity? Here are the things that I would like to tell and introduce it to you, and I hope that whatever I've said, it will actually help you to make your purchase decision. Remember though, that despite the fact that the new launches, the new skincare foundations are infused with skincare, they will never replace your actual skincare. We are all different. That makes us all beautiful. We have all different skin types. So our skincare is very personal, adapted to our needs. So it is very important not to step away from our skincare and use the skincare foundation as the only one skincare. No, this is not how it should look like. You should always use your own personal adapted skincare, adapted to your own needs and age and everything. And the foundation is just something that is just complementary, you know? And every foundation has a different approach. NARS creates a foundation that protects your skin from environmental stressors. Chanel numero 1 creates a skincare foundation with extremely loaded with naturally derived ingredients and with a red camellia flower extract that is very revitalizing. And Charlotte Tilbury proposes a foundation that is just a mixture of everything, of hydration, protection, and the regulations of oiliness, you know? So yeah, that would be it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, for tuning in, for celebrating with me diversity and beauty, because we are all different and that makes us all beautiful. I invite you to the new episode, and who knows what it might be, what kind of makeup exploration we might do. So till next time, as for now, from Paris with love, mwah. Take care. Bye bye now.